Hey guys, my name's Brenden. I'm a software engineer at Acumentrics, and welcome to my home office. Now, these last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of change, a lot of turbulence that has affected the way that we do work. But at the end of the day, we have work to get done. And with that, I've had a lot of questions, how am I gonna get my work done? If I'm working on a group project, how am I gonna talk to my coworkers? If I'm needing to do some more advanced measurements in a lab, how am I gonna get that done? And I'm so lucky because Acumentrics has actually done so much to answer those questions. My day-to-day, it's largely the same. I have meetings via video conferencing. If I'm working with coworkers, we're just messaging each other. We're sending schematics, code, everything back and forth, and literally nothing's changed. Just, I'm not shouting at them, I'm just typing. And this is really, really convenient. But my biggest question, how do I do the advanced stuff? How do I make sure that the lab is there? I want to go to the lab, I want to do my measurements, I want to do my tests, but Acumentrics answered that. They brought the lab to me. I have my oscilloscope, I have prototypes, multimeters, everything I need to make sure that if I have any work to get done, all my tools are here. That's literally the best. But it doesn't actually answer some other questions. It answers the practical, where I am and what I'm doing. What about how I'm feeling? Working remotely, it has this effect where you're working from home, you're comfortable, you're relaxed. This is where I come home from work, but now this is where I am working, so how do I adjust to that? And I feel like there's a couple things that really stand out. The first to me is routine. I'm a commuter. I travel 1 hour to and from work, and that to me is my time to prepare. I get ready, I make my breakfast, I make my lunch, I get ready, I commute, and then I start working, and that's my frame of mind. So for me, I created that routine here. I take a shower, I get out, I get dressed, I go to the kitchen, I make myself breakfast and a cup of coffee, need the coffee, and halfway through that coffee is normally where I throw it in a thermos and I start driving. Now, what I do is I take that and I walk into my office. The office I think is really big. Now it doesn't matter what your office is, your space, your workspace. It could be half of a kitchen table. It could be, a corner on the floor, or it could be a room or a desk, like all these other options. There's so many different avenues, but where you work needs to be where you work. If you sit down there, you're not going on social. You're not looking at Instagram. You're not doing these things. You are working. Like when you walk into the office, and I think that works so well. In doing that, it's helped me out so much, and it's helped me be so productive. Honestly, I can say, working remotely, my productivity has never been higher. It really hasn't. And I'm doing such great work. So yeah, things have changed. We're not at the office. I can't shout at my coworker asking him what's up, but I can message him. But the fact remains that the work is still there. And honestly, comparing working at home to the facility in Walpole at Acumentrics, what do they have, what do they not? I'm gonna have to say it's pretty even. Minus the commute. I love this commute from home.